you guys who are joining the stream. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you're all from. Please do let me know in the chat. It is a decent Friday. Sorry for the lateness. I'm late by 2 minutes today, and just poor of me, really. Poor of me. But we have the chat. We have the chat. What is going on, guys? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. We've got a number of things to discuss today. Um, I'm going to be sharing my screen in just a moment, but I just want to say a quick shout out to you guys yesterday for joining the stream with Scott Melker. It was a really good episode. Really good episode. We got a lot done yesterday. I had a very interesting discussion with him in regards to the bear market, in regards to how to handle the bear market, different things we can do during the bear market, etc., and so forth. So yeah, Chipper Friday today. How are we all doing? Yes. So Asgard, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream, my friend. It's good to see you. I have seen that news and I will be covering it today. Thank you very much for bringing that up. I will be covering it today. It's a very slow Friday in crypto today. Very slow Friday in crypto. There's just not a lot really going on. So without further ado, we'll dive straight into crypto. We'll dive straight into it. It has to be a shorter episode today because we've got XO on later on. All right. So because we've got XO on later on, we're going to have to make this a quicker episode. Now, going back to Bitcoin. We spoke about Bitcoin yesterday and we spoke about Ethereum too. All right. We wanted a trade setup. And this is the trade setup that we were looking for, wasn't it? All right. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to take this trade setup, and I'm going to explain why during the stream. All right. The first thing is we wanted this type of plan to unfold. So we wanted to establish deviation. Excuse me, that's horrible. We wanted to establish a deviation. We wanted to get back above, and we wanted it to hold here. All right. Now, it's done that for the most part. We've got the invalidation. That's the invalidation, right? We've got it. That's what we wanted. And we got above, didn't we? Great. So why haven't I taken this long? Why haven't I bought this support? This is what I wanted, right? I wanted something along the lines of this. But why didn't I take the trade? Well, I'll explain why I didn't take the trade. So the first thing that we have to remember is that this today is the quarterly close, the quarterly open. God, that's horrible. Today is the quarterly close. All right. What does that mean? For each of these candles that you guys are seeing here, each candle is 3 months. All right. We have a new 3-month candle that has just opened today. That is the first 3-month candle that we've got, and it's opened today. That's one. Number two is the monthly chart. We have a new monthly candle that has now printed. All right. That's two. Number three. We've got below this support level here. For those of you who don't know, this level is very important to me, this purple level here. It is the mid-range of a very old range on the weekly time frame for the previous all-time high and the first level of support after that all-time high. All right? Now, part of this level here is I wanted to see a big reaction off this level, and we did get it. To some degree, we did get it. We got below it, deviation. As soon as we got above it, we showed support, and it was a strong push up. We can all agree that much. All right? And where do we go? We went into these highs right here. This is a small range by itself. That's where we pretty much got to. All right? However, we got below and we are holding below it. Now, that's not the only reason why I've not taken this trade. All right? Even though we have invalidation that is set, technically, this is a valid long. It is. But we need more than just price action in order to take or fuel this trade. All right. That is ETH USD. Now, I want to time it with Bitcoin, don't I? What's happened with Bitcoin, though? For those of you who have been watching this show, right, you guys will know that you guys will understand these levels. For those of you who have watched this show, one of the issues that I have is I have to keep repeating exactly the levels that I'm using. Some people are new, some of the people are my OGs on the channel, but I have to keep going over these levels. So please do make sure you're watching the previous shows, all right? So you guys already know what this red SR is here because you've been watching the stream. You guys know what this level is here because I've marked it out. This trend line, we put this trend line in yesterday, all right? And it was important to me to identify what would happen when we break above this trend line. Now, what's happened since? Resistance, resistance, deviation, get below, sell off, resistance, sell off, get above, tap into resistance, break below the trend line, and now we are selling off. So this is an interesting situation we have here for Bitcoin. It's an interesting situation we have here for Ethereum too. So what do I think is going to happen next? Now, I think what's happening here is we're getting a standard, typical beginning of the month type of play. I still think that July should be a green month, all right? And I've got my own reasons for that. If you've been watching the show for the last month, you'll know why I think July is going to be a green month, all right? Now, we've got below this trend line. Now we have to start targeting the lows, all right? This is also a valid short, unfortunately, but we need some more confirmation. We need to break this low here before we can start targeting these other lows. So let me show you guys. Hold on. Let me make it a bit clearer for you guys here. All right. So we have a valid trade here. So the stop loss is there. There's your confirmation play right here. It would have been like this. And the first target would be here. Well, sorry, your first target would be these lows here, which is a 1-to-1 trade exactly. I've never done that before. Look at that. Blimey. Do you know how difficult it is to do that on TradingView? I want to take a screenshot. This is amazing. See if you guys can do it. Go on TradingView and try and do an exact 1-to-1 trade just with your mouse. Fucking hell, that's amazing. So that would be your first target here. These clean lows here. Second target would be here. And the third target would be here. Now, I can't even take this short. I can't. Why? Well, number one, because it's the beginning of the month. It's the beginning of the quarter. If we're expecting chop towards the upside, we're expecting chop towards the downside too. We have no clear-cut plan. All right? However, I can start looking for where I'm going to buy. I can start looking at that. This whole block here, if we zoom out, this whole block here, it's a very messy block. All right? A very, very messy block. Now, what I can do is I don't have to ignore this price action. I can just save it for later on. All right? So I'm looking for 3 levels now. 3 levels, 3 very important levels, which I think are going to hold for Bitcoin in the nearer term. Okay? The first level is, of course, this low here. Excuse me, this low here. Can you guys see that? Right there. That low there. Now, I don't think these lows are safe. These 2 lows, I don't think these lows are safe. And that bodes well for us because we're looking for a long. We've been looking for a long for a while now. And the lower it goes and the more probability it gives us, the better that we're going to be able to play it. Agreed? So if we can maybe find resistance here and push down into here, maybe I'll look for a swipe of these lows here, a deviation back in, and then we can start playing it towards here, maybe push up, start playing it towards there, then towards there, then towards there. We do need some sort of relief at some stage. We've got to get that, you know. But as it stands right now, it looks like the short setup is playing. Now, me and Deng spoke about this yesterday too. We mentioned that we could get this deviation above. How high the deviation would be, we didn't know. But this is a very, very strong deviator. We didn't expect this. This really, really faked everybody out yesterday. So a lot of people would have seen this yesterday and they would have gone long right here. They would have thought, that's it. Here we go. We're going to start pushing now. But unfortunately, no. It's a typical scam trap. So what's happened here is, the concept of late shorters? Yeah, the concept of late shorters. If you're shorting the market, people have been shorting from above here. People have been shorting from here. And if you're going to try and short here, the market is going to respond. NJ, how could I have the sweatshirt of the show? I appreciate that. I very, very much appreciate that. I've never had the idea of merchandise. I've never, ever had the idea of merch. Maybe in the future it's something that we'll experiment with. But as it stands, I'm sorry, I don't have one to give. This is a present. This was a present from Crypto AM 17. So if you guys aren't following him on Twitter, make sure you're giving him a follow. He's a good lad. All right. Now, sometimes what a lot of people do is they tend to zoom in. They zoom in, they do this, they zoom in so hard and they look at this. Sometimes it's best to zoom out and just try and understand what the price action is showing us. So, on the show we were talking about it. We said we saw an Adam, we saw an Eve, we started selling off, spike up to destroy the late shorters, push back below, resistance, and now it looks like we're starting to sell off. Therefore, we have to be patient. We have to be patient. Good question, Titan. A very good question. I'll share that here on the stream. So Titan says, have you picked the winners of the giveaway? So I'm going to be doing that tonight. For those of you who don't know, let me bring this up. Thank you very much for bringing that up, Titan. We just didn't really have enough people on the stream, so I didn't want to share it straight away. But I am doing a giveaway which ends today. All right. So for those of you who don't know, let me just bring it up. One second. Hopefully you guys can see my screen there. 1 second. Okay, look, here we go. So I'm doing a giveaway in light of 2K subscribers. So you guys, the community, have helped me get to 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. You helped me out. You showed me good love. And I want to do a giveaway just out of my own pocket, just to give back to the community, just because I love you guys. But I need your help to share this. I think this has gotten very low shares, in my opinion. I think, obviously, look, the crypto market is very quiet at the moment. But I don't care anyway. Even if there was only 5 people here, it doesn't matter. The point is, I'm giving back to the community that has given me so much. I really appreciate every single one of you. I really do. I said this yesterday on the stream too. I said, look, this is the reason it works. It works because we're a community. The community that we're building here on the NJ show, on Innit for the Tech, is a community like no other. All right? We're a bunch of super kind, super respectful people who are just here to learn a bit about crypto, and we're preparing in the bear market for the next bull market. That's what we're doing. So we're doing a bit of a giveaway. We're giving back. I'm giving away $100 USDC and $100 code when signing up using the link below. And I'll be doing that just for you guys. We've got Trader SC in the chat. Welcome, Trader SC. Welcome. It is good to see you, my friend. It's very good to see you, my brother. Very, very good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Let me know if you want to jump on. We've got a bit of free time today on Friday. There's just not really much going on. We're selling off. We're selling off all over again. We're selling off. So that is pretty much it for Bitcoin and Ethereum. That is really and truly the only thing I can really say. We have targets to the downside. There's 2 ways that you can do it. You can either long where you think support is going to be, or you can short higher up. So if we get maybe a pullback a little bit higher, that would be the confirmation to short at least to 18K, which is where I think that we're going. And ultimately, between me and you, because of the price action that I'm seeing here, it looks like 16K might be on the cards. Now, look, listen, I don't want you guys to get scared at 16K. I don't want you to get scared at 16, and I'll tell you why. All right. No problem, SC. Whenever you're free, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, even in the comments as a guest. The honor belongs to all of us here, and Justin as well. Thank you very much for joining the show. Now, sorry, I got sidetracked a little bit there. Now, I don't want you guys to get worried when it comes to the price action here. Now, look. Oh, God, I hate this. Look. Let me show you guys something, all right? On the monthly time frame, sometimes what I tend to do is I like to look at the previous monthly candles just to get some sort of clarity, just a little bit of clarity. And you got to remember that whether it's going to be a green month or a red month, we still got to put a low in. The low doesn't have to come on the first day or the first week, but we still have to put a low in. All right. So whenever you're planning for something on a higher time frame perspective, you've got to plan for the highs and the lows. So now when it comes to the low, we could go. There's no reason why we can't look at this. This is clean. Look at this here. I didn't even notice this before. Look at this. Hold on. Oh, I did. There's no reason. We've got very clean lows here. I've never seen that before. I should chat to Dank about that. And I'm going to tweet that as well, actually. I'm going to tweet that as well. We've got clean lows. So, look what SE's saying. SE says 2021 low next on ETH USD. What is that? That is 700. Is that 750, I think? I need to look. But we've got some clean lows here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we took out these clean lows here first before making any decision as to where we're going to go. All right. But ultimately, it does look like 16K is on the cards. Yeah, it does look like 16K is on the cards, but it's very early into the next quarter. It's very early into the month. I'm not going to make any sort of definitive statements here. I'm going to play it as I go along. The beautiful thing about this show is that we go live every single day. So every single day we're watching this. We're paying attention to see what could unfold, how it could unfold, etc., etc. Now, again, these clean lows, it looks so possible, man. It looks so possible. So SC says that the 2021 ETH low is around 715. So it does look like we're breaking down. And if we do, we'll be watching. So we have around 750 marked out here. We'll be watching for that. Maybe a deviation below that. Who knows? You know what I mean? But ultimately, if SC said it, chances are it's going to follow his plan. All right. SC is the teacher. We're going to have EXO on later as well. So for you guys who might be excited for that, I'm very excited today. 4 p.m., which is in 3.5 hours time. We're going to have Trader EXO live on the stream. We're going to talk about markets. So make sure you're sharing that. Make sure you're letting your friends know. Make sure you're tuning in. It's going to be a banging episode of the NJ show. It's going to be the best one. So unfortunately, I can't talk about TA any more than I already have. There's a lot that we can talk about. There's a lot that we can say every single day. God, the TA goes on for 1.5 hours to 2 hours. And I love it. I do love it, but we must move on. I must away because we have to prepare for the next stream, which is with EXO later on. Looking at the market today, Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right. So it says here that we're 2.6% up for ETH, but then we know that yesterday is obviously, we had a little scam pump yesterday. God, I love some of these comments that you guys put in the chat. Seriously, I get swayed. I'm trying to do a show. I'm trying to stay strict and to the point. And then I see beautiful people here saying big up and showing me love, fire emojis and heart emojis. I can't ignore it. I love you guys. A quick shout out before we continue the stream. A big shout out to Zach, to Derry, to Trader SC, to Justin, to Titan, to J Mope. Thank you very much for joining the show. You've always supported the stream from the first day. Titan again, Matthew, and Carol, and Mr. Wet. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining the stream and showing me the support and love that you consistently do. If you're learning anything, if you're liking the show, smash the likes. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We've got a lot more content coming out over the course of the next 3 to 4 years. So you guys are early. One day you'll be joining the show and there'll be 100 times the people watching. So for those of you who are watching today, you guys are the early founders of the community. This is just as much your show as it is mine. All right. You guys have an equal stake in this show because you guys are the early ones. In the future, you'll be able to say, I was with the NJ show from very, very, very early. This is my show just as much as it is his, and I will admit that too. All right. So moving on, a quick scan of the market. We know yesterday we had a bit of a scam pump. Ethereum really, it bounced, it did good, and that's why today it looks like the market is up. But we on the NJ show, we've got plans. We chart every single day. TA is just as important as fundamentals and what drives the market. And therefore, we are not worried. We don't see green and get FOMO feelings. We don't FOMO. We never FOMO on this channel. We're not those kind of people. All right. So people have been FOMOing, and we can see from here. So if we look at Bitcoin and Ethereum, 24 hour, we're up, right? Tether is 0.5% up. However, USDC is down by 0.1%, which means that a lot of people are buying Bitcoin. A lot of people who have seen this scam pump are FOMOing in. This is not very good. This looks like an up move before the next move down. Of course, yet to be seen, but this is what we're seeing. So as usual, with Bitcoin and Ethereum being up, we're going to see BNB being up 5%, Cardano 1.6%, XRP, Solana, Dogecoin. Polkadot is not up today. Why is Polkadot not up? If the market is up, that's weird. That's an interesting one. Might be one to take a look at. Tron down 1.5%, up 1.5%, sorry, and Shiba Inu up 2.6%. God, I really can't wait till meme season comes back. I really, really can't wait till meme season comes back. Moving on, we're going to dive into the news. We'll run through the news for the next 20-25 minutes, and we will call it quits there. And I'll see you all for the next episode today at 4 p.m. with XO. So the first piece of news that we have today is Khaby Lame, the most followed creator on TikTok. He is joining. Oh, it's that guy. Yeah, it's that guy. You know that guy that does this? You know? Let me try it. Hold on. I want to try it. If you don't want to join my stream, the door is there. How does he? I can't do it like he does it. I don't know. Let me know if I'm doing it properly. I want to get this freaking right. Let me do it the other way. Am I doing it right? I don't know. But he is joining the crypto space. It was bound to happen. Everybody's going to join the crypto space. There's not a single person that you know that's not going to join the crypto space. Look, we had Scott Melker on yesterday, and he was talking about this. He said, right at the end of the stream, he said, you know what? Crypto has gone quiet. There's not a lot of people left in crypto. Crypto is dying out. However, you're putting the grind in every day. And he wasn't just saying that to me. He was saying it to you guys too. All right? In the bull market, everybody wants to talk about crypto. Everybody wants to talk about trading in the bull market. But during the bear market, when people are building, when people are planning, there's not a lot of people left. All right? The people who are planning and the people who are building, those are the ones that will be successful. It's what I've seen in the past. It's what I'm going to see in the future. I highly expect. I'm like 99% sure that's what I'm going to see in the future. I've learned now over the last 2 bear markets how this game sort of works, and I'm still such small shrimp, you know? So stick around. Make sure you're staying focused. This guy has joined crypto now. We're going to see a hell of a lot more of this. We're seeing so much during the bear market as it is. You know, we were talking about it on the channel, how this bear market feels very, very different to the previous bear markets. In 2018, we really died off. Like, we really died off in 2018. There was not a single person, not a single soul who was paying attention to the bear market. No one cared about crypto. And you know what? It's funny because, oh my God, there were so many people who told me I was crazy. I shit you not. There were so many people who told me I was crazy, and they said that I wouldn't. But my mum and my dad, they pushed me. They believed in me. They told me to not let people get to me. I had my brothers as well. Trader SC, flipping out. Trader SC helped me so much emotionally. You know, he was one of the brothers that said, "Don't give up." Trader XO, I've got a big brother relationship with him, so he wasn't as kind, but he's always on my case. He'd be like, "Bro, why are you being dumb? Hey, why aren't you working harder? I'll do something. I'll spend 4 hours on something." And he'll be like, "Why didn't you spend 5, bro?" You're not putting in the shift, yeah? That how you're moving. Someone's not gonna make it, huh? So that's my relationship with Trader XO. Trader SC, a lot different. Trader SC, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. The strongest characters tend to be the ones with the biggest hearts, you know? So this guy is joining crypto. I'm interested to see what he does. I'm very interested to see what he does. I'd love to see some memes around crypto. I think that we need to get bigger in general for crypto. I think that we need to get a lot more mainstream. We're still going to have those little communities like the ones we have here. These communities will remain the core crypto communities, but then we need to start branching out. We need more diversity in crypto. And I think people like this, people like Cristiano Ronaldo will bring those people in. Cristiano Ronaldo, obviously playing for the best club in the world, it's bound to happen as it stands. Obviously, if he leaves, that's a different story. He's still Ronaldo, but there we go. So that is that. That is that. All right. Moving along, we've got LeBron James, who's joining the space as well. Again, more bear market things. More bear market things. I'm very surprised. Aren't you guys surprised? Like, don't you guys find it a bit weird that it's the bear market, price continuously is going down, we're crashing so vigorously, you know? And even though we're crashing so vigorously, people are joining the space. What incentivizes them to join the space? You know, it's a question I ask myself consistently. What incentivizes them? For people like me and you, we've seen the bull market. We've taken the time out to sit at our desks. We're not outside. We're not on the beach. We're not at a club. We're not with our friends. We're here. We're at our desks. We're at work and we're studying crypto. All right. So what incentivizes people like this to join crypto? Maybe they've seen the bull market too. Maybe we're not early anymore. It's very possible that they now understand what we used to understand and what we still do understand. It's very, very possible. And the next cycle might be the biggest one because of that. All right. I saw a tweet the other day from my very good friend Chase. I'm going to bring it up because I want you guys to see this. And it's not to scare anyone. Please don't persevere. Please don't perceive this as me trying to scare you. But I want to show you something. I want to show you something because it should help motivate you for what you do next. All right. Let me just bring this tweet up. 1 second. So here it is. It's right here. So my good friend Chase says, remember, a reminder that early to crypto was inside the box. Just be in crypto and you'll make it, says most people. Once again, inside the box. After the box came a competitive atmosphere that requires hard work to make it. You are not early. All right? Now have a look at this. Now this is the total market cap of crypto. All right? We had a look at this yesterday. We tapped $3 trillion in market cap and we've thus sold off. All right? The lower we go, the more of a buying opportunity we create. That is very true. However, once upon a time, in the very early stages of crypto, we were at zero. All right. And early, the closer you are to zero, the earlier you are. Now, we have achieved a multi-trillion market cap, and I think we will achieve a multi-trillion market cap again. Now, the thing to take away from this is, of course, resistance eventually becomes support in a growing, thriving market. All right. And at some point, these lows that we're making here, this crash that we're seeing here is going to have to come to an end. All right. And it'll come to an end when we tap support. All right. Now, support has already been made. It's been made at some point in the past. All right. SC shared some of his views on the stream today. He said that he's looking at support for ETH and support for Bitcoin. 11.6K for Bitcoin and around $700 for ETH. Could that be the low? We don't actually know until it comes, if it comes. All right. However, we're not early. The next opportunity is simply a buying opportunity. All right. I don't want to scare you guys. I don't want to make you guys think you're not early because what you're doing right now is very effing crucial. All right. I do think we're going to see a multi-trillion market cap. Look, listen, I know that one day this is going to get clipped in some way, shape or form. I think we're going to see a 10 trillion market cap. I'm not just a PA guy. I'm not just a price action guy. I love crypto for what crypto is. I don't actually just love crypto to make money. Of course, I love crypto to make money. My parents are not working anymore because of crypto. I have crypto to thank for that. However, I love crypto because it's of the technologies that it has. I love crypto because of the community that we have. With crypto, I have a voice. With crypto, I can come on YouTube and speak to you, lovely people. All right. However, we're not early. So look, I think we're going to get to 10 trillion market cap. All right. And that is because of the fundamental drivers that we have. So look, if we're below a trillion now, if we can get to what? 500 and Mac, look Mac, look what Mac says. Mac says 10 trillion. Shocked. Yes, I genuinely believe we can get to 10 trillion. I genuinely do. And I would say that on I would say that publicly. I'm saying it publicly now, but I'd say it with a much bigger audience. I think we will. So I'm sticking to that narrative. I will stick to that narrative in the next bull run too. And that is what I think is going to happen. I genuinely do. So look, a lot more people have caught wind of that, and a lot more people are understanding that crypto is not going anywhere. A lot of people are understanding that we're going to get more of a wave in crypto, especially in the future. Once the market settles down, we need the global market cap. We need the global market to really settle down before we can talk about crypto ever going back up again. And you know what? This is something that I'm going to touch on my episode with XO in 3 hours time. So you guys want to be tuning into that. I've already scheduled it on the show. So if you go to the Innit for the Tech YouTube channel, you'll be able to see that the show with XO is there. Let me show you guys very quickly. Let me show you guys super quickly just to show you what I'm talking about. This show here. So this is the show I'll be doing with XO later on. If you go to my channel, Innit for the Tech, you guys can hit a reminder. There's a reminder button here that says notify me. It's live in 3 hours. I'll be syncing up with XO today just to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, general markets, and to get his perspective for all of us. It's something I want to do for you guys because I know a lot of you guys want multiple opinions. It's going to help the channel grow too. And it's going to just be a great episode. I'm really looking forward to it. I love catching up with Trader XO. He is the only man in my life which I will ever let big brother me like that. He's just too smart, He's the guy. I've got nothing but love for him. Moving along, Siemens and Nvidia to enable industrial metaverse. This is very, very intricate news. Not big news, but intricate news. I say intricate because of the style in which they've announced this. I don't know what the actuality of it is. I don't know. It's kind of like me saying I'm going to build my own coin and I throw all the big buzzwords there, but then I don't actually do anything. Hint, hint, Cardano. So this revolves around artificial intelligence. All right, in the sense that if you look throughout the last sort of 20 years, and I'm not talking about crypto here, I'm talking about general, right? In general, we'll take the IT sector. All right. Now, I know a lot of you guys might not know that, but we'll take the IT sector. Right now, within the IT sector, there's lots of things you can do. You can be a standard computer guy where you're helping fix laptops and computers, helping out with mobile phones. This is an entry-level job. All right. Then you start working up. You start doing networking. You start working with servers. You start working with filers, load balancers, firewalls, etc., etc., etc. And what tends to happen is your infrastructure grows so much that you need multiple teams, let alone multiple people, to operate all of this. Yeah? You have multiple teams, all separated. Each team has around 5 or 6 people. One's managing the servers, one's managing the firewalls, one's managing load balancers, one managing web servers, backend servers, database team. You've got so much. Now, what companies try to do, because you've got to pay all these people and you've got to pay these teams. And the deeper these teams go, the more of a salary you're going to have to pay to each individual that's working within the team. So what companies try to do is they try and look for automation. Automation is the big thing. Developing, DevOps. DevOps is, in the last sort of 10 years, that's been the thing that's been blowing up. Instead of hiring a team of 6, hire one person who can script, who can automate his job along with 5 or 6 other people to do things. So look, to put it into crypto terms, imagine, we'll take my chart, yeah? And I say, and let's say, for instance, I'm going on a date tonight, all right? Very unlikely, but let's just say I'm going on a date tonight. And I say, look, but the problem is if I'm going on a date, I can't watch this trade. So what do? If I code a script that says, and this script says, if the price of Ethereum taps this purple level, I want a notification. And if the price of Ethereum taps this level, I want a notification. If the price of Ethereum taps this level, then I want to buy this many shares. If the price of Ethereum does this, I want to do this. And the script becomes more complicated until you have an entire script that is doing the trade for me. It's looking for the pattern for me. It's analyzing the formation of the chart for me. It's doing everything for me. And suddenly I don't have to work at my desk no more. And suddenly I've got this trading system that I've built myself and I've automated it. So that is DevOps in a nutshell. And essentially, in the IT sector, especially over the last sort of 5-10 years, that is what's been blowing up like crazy. We want developers that can automate everything so that we never have to go on site. We never have to visit these servers. We never have to visit these production servers or anything like that. Everything can be done away from your desk. Especially with COVID, this has become massive, even more so. All right. Developers get paid the most, even in crypto. Now, Siemens and NVIDIA are partnering up to bring automation and robustness to the metaverse, using the metaverse. How does this work? The partnership is to transform the manufacturing industry with immersive experiences across the life cycle from design through operation. So at the moment, this looks very internal. This doesn't look like anything that's going to actually affect me and you. And if it's not going to affect me and you, then I don't really care. I know that sounds like a dick thing to say, but I genuinely don't care. This needs to affect me and you. Price action affects me and you because we can take a trade. News like this and this, they affect me and you because it helps us understand that NFTs are going to be big in the next cycle. So we know to park allocation and funds for the next cycle within the NFT sector. Celebrities are piling in, all right? News like this, I'm not really looking to get a job with NVIDIA or Siemens. I mean, maybe in the future one day, I guess. I don't know. I don't think so. I want to be trader NJ for the rest of my life. So we shall see how this, I don't know, stick to graphics cards. That's how I think. Companies will connect NVIDIA Omniverse and Siemens accelerator platforms to enable full fidelity digital twins and connect software-defined AI systems from the edge network to the cloud. Let me know in the chat. Tell me bluntly in the chat. Does this mean anything to you? I'm going to have a sip of my drink and I'm going to take a sip of my vape, a puff of my vape. Let me know if this actually means anything to you, because NVIDIA is a flagship company. Siemens is does anybody have a Siemens phone? I don't have a Siemens phone anymore. I had a Siemens S65 though. My uncle got that for me. That was a cool phone. I had worms on it. I don't. Judging by the quietness in the chat, I don't think anybody cares. Asgard says, this is huge for crypto overall, in my opinion. Yes, it is from an industrial point of view. But when you have, layer ones and layer twos, and when you have parachains and stuff like that, this is going to quickly get overlooked. In my opinion, I still think it's big. If they can make it in a way which actually affects us in the crypto market, if they can make it in a way which affects the day-to-day user of cryptocurrency, then yeah, sure. But if they continue like this, just industrial, then you got to ask yourself, how many companies will follow suit, and why would they do it? What's the need for it? Manip says, crypto mining pretty much doubled NVIDIA value over the last 10 years as people started to buy hundreds of GPUs rather than the gamer who bought one. Yes, I agree. The NVIDIA, look, I have an NVIDIA card, right? I think I've got a 3080 Ti in this PC. I love graphics cards and I love NVIDIA, but I'm not going to mine Bitcoin. I'll be honest with you guys. Look, think about it logically, right? If you're a big entity, you're going to be mining Bitcoin. If you've got a lot of electricity, you're going to be mining Bitcoin. But for me and you who are in the chat now, which one of you guys actually mine Bitcoin, and do you find it profitable? Is it not more profitable to just save up your money and buy Bitcoin as it continues to crash lower and lower? Is it not more profitable to hold your money and wait for the alt cycle and just buy an altcoin with fundamental drivers in the alt cycle? That's what I think. You know what I mean? So it comes down to how people will perceive it, in my opinion. I don't think this is massive news at the moment, something that will affect us in the future, but it's something to definitely keep an eye on. And I'll read this for you here. Allergies. Siemens and Nvidia share a common vision that the industrial metaverse will drive digital transformation. This is just the first step in our joint effort to make this vision real for our customers and all parts of the global manufacturing industry. And Jensen Huang, founder and CEO of NVIDIA, says, the connection to Siemens Accelerator will open NVIDIA's Omniverse and AI ecosystem to a whole new world of industrial automation that is built using Siemens mechanical electrical software, Internet of Things, and edge solutions. Again, all good. What I want to see is, if you guys buy an NVIDIA card, these are the type of metaverse games that you can be involved in. These are the type of metaverse tokens that you'll have access to. Say, for instance, we get the Trader NJ token. Okay? The Trader NJ token, it's a metaverse token. It's linked up with a game, an awesome game. I'm not talking about a game where you click one button and the bird is just going up and down. I'm talking about a complicated game. Maybe you've got your own character. You've got to go on a quest. There's a huge storyline, like a good storyline. And you've got to build up your skills, kind of like a RuneScape MMO RPG type thing. All right. And if I get myself an NVIDIA GPU, I'll have access to this game on a different scale to other GPUs. Maybe Radeon won't be able to compete. Maybe AMD won't be able to do what they're doing. Maybe I need to merge it with a Ryzen sort of system to really get the best out of this game. And if I'm part of this game and I'm using that software, I'll be able to get tokens more easily. Maybe I can fight for my tokens. Maybe I can do things on the game that will help me yield tokens, I suppose. But that's the kind of thing I want to see. This is more for the working industry, and you got to read between the lines. People are going to lose their jobs because of this. So, you know, it's not really metaverse and gaming sort of oriented. But look, it's still bullish news in a way. So we'll move on from there. More Three Arrows news. More on Three Arrows. Genesis faces hundreds of millions in losses as 3AC exposure swamps crypto lenders. So I don't know if you guys know about Three Arrows. We've been talking about this for the last 2.5, 3 weeks. Three Arrows is officially liquidated. They're destroyed. And a lot of people who worked with them, a lot of people who have any sort of link with them has been affected. The unfortunate truth. The losses at Genesis relate in part to exposure to over-leveraged hedge fund Three Arrows Capital and Hong Kong-based crypto lender Babel Finance, and are on the order of a few $100 million, one of the people said. So look, anywhere that Three Arrows has gone, they've left a nasty blood trail. A nasty, nasty blood trail. And that's just the unfortunate circumstance. We're going to be covering more on Three Arrows as this unfolds. I think we're reaching towards the end of the story now on Three Arrows. More people are going to get fucked because of Three Arrows, in my personal opinion. I think that more, not people, but companies that worked with them, I think that they're going to get screwed heavily. You know, Three Arrows Capital ordered to liquidate after defaulting on a $670 million. I don't know what this video is. I haven't looked at it. Should we risk it and play it on the channel?
Let's just take a look at Voyager stock right now. You know, they were at a high of about $27.
Bruh, it's 13 minutes long. I'm not playing that. Look, they're not going to know any more than us. We know more about this than they do, probably. So, moving along. This is Singapore, right? Yeah, the Monetary Authority of Singapore has reprimanded Three Arrows for providing false information providing false information and exceeding assets under management. I mean, I mean, it just gets worse for these guys. It doesn't get any better. They don't get a break, do they? I mean, look, this is what happens. This is what happens. One thing that I want to do on this channel, right, in the future, is as we get closer to the bull market, yeah, and I'll say this with my face on the camera so that you guys can see. As we get closer to the bull market, yeah, I'm going to be talking about altcoins. And that is going to consist of altcoins that I'm investing in. All right. And that is going to consist of altcoins that I'm buying. Some I'll be buying on the market and others I'll be buying at private rounds. All right. Now, one thing I'm going to stress on this channel, and I'm going to stress it from now, okay, is that markets operate in cycles. Any market that you can think of, it operates in a cycle. That means that there's going to be ups and there's going to be downs. If you buy anything based on my recommendation or based on what I'm doing, maybe you're copy trading, then you have to do so not with your own risk, but just with a broader image. Say, for instance, I buy something and I'm looking for 100x. That doesn't mean that you buy it and you look for 100x. That means you can look at the research that I've done on it. You can look at the reasons that I've got for it. And maybe you're happy with a 2-3x. But you have to have your risk in check. You have to have your risk managed. All right. And this is an issue that a lot of people on YouTube have. Not people who watch the shows, but people who make the content. They don't tell people this bit. All they have to do is explain this bit to people to say, look, I don't want to just throw, this is not financial advice. I don't want to just say that. Rather, I want to help you guys understand. Look, as we get closer to the next bull market, things are going to go up. They're going to go up drastically. I'm going to try and long a lot of these things. I'm going to tell you about them, but they're not going to go up forever. It doesn't matter how good the project is. It's not going to go up forever. When the market decides, when the bigger entities that we can't see, that we'll never speak to in our lives, when they decide that they want to take the market down, they will take the market down and they'll take your favorite altcoins with it. It just doesn't matter what your altcoin is. Okay? So be mindful of it. Be very, very mindful of it. Always manage your risk. All right? Just because somebody says it's going to 100x doesn't mean it will. All right? So that is my rant. Hope you guys understood. So, yeah. So more on 3 arrows. They're screwed. They're screwed. I think like I said, I think we're approaching the end of 3 arrows. I think this news is going to finish anytime soon, and we're not going to really hear much from them anymore. But in the next cycle, there'll be a new VC. There'll be a new VC. There'll be new cryptos. There'll be new projects. There'll be new ways to look at price, etc., etc., etc. There'll be all sorts of new things. All right. We spoke about this with Scott Melker yesterday. If you haven't checked that episode out, check it out. It's a very, very useful episode. It's something that you can watch in the future and it will be relevant. All right. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out on my channel. It's there. I've got a playlist. I created a playlist yesterday called the NJ Show, but with guests. And I put all the videos that have guests in that playlist. So one of those episodes is the one that I did with Scott Melker. So check it out. It's a very, very solid episode. Moving along. FTX walked away from a deal with Celsius after seeing the state of its finances. Now, we heard about something like this very recently, didn't we? And I think it was with, who was it? Somebody remind me in the chat. God, we did this recently. Who was going to buy? Was it Goldman Sachs? It was Goldman Sachs, wasn't it? If my memory is serving me correctly, it was Goldman Sachs that were looking to buy Celsius. It was a rumor. It was a very, very faint rumor. But the fact that a rumor like that was able to go viral, huge. That is news that affects people like me and you. All right? Not industrial metaverse. We're here in crypto because we want to get out of work. We're not here in crypto because we want to continue to go to the office, you know? So FTX are also a company that have been potentially looking to purchase Celsius, because Celsius are in a state of chaos. And it looks like they've backed away too. All right. Now, Celsius went from a $10 billion evaluation to a total valuation of around $2 billion. Now, that $8 billion that have vanished, I don't know what that means for them other than they are in a state of chaos. So it's looking, if we're going to put the dots together, if we're going to put the pieces of the puzzle together, it looks like more and more as we go along, Celsius are going to need to get bought out. That's what I'm seeing from here. I'm not seeing any news that's coming out on Celsius that says we've got a plan to really turn things around. All I'm seeing is this guy wants to buy Celsius, maybe that guy wants to buy Celsius. And Lou Rock here says they only wanted to buy the assets, not Celsius, from my understanding. Yes, but look, if you buy all the infrastructure, if you buy all the assets, then you own a stake of Celsius, right? And as soon as that stake goes above 51%, that means that you have more rights when making decisions. You have the majority vote when making a decision. So if you buy up to 51% of a company, you effectively own it. Have you never seen Batman? Batman did that. Dark Knight Rises. I don't know why I said that, but it's one of my favorite films. I love The Dark Knight Rises. Yeah. So moving along, Coinbase is reportedly selling geolocation data to ICE. Now look, not ISIS, ICE. Imagine it said ICE. Oh my days. Imagine it said ISIS. Oh, that would have been bad. But anyway, with Coinbase, the reason I put this up here today was because Coinbase, they do a lot of shady things without the a lot of people don't read terms and conditions. I don't know if you guys ever seen that South Park episode, The Human Centipede, where the whole consensus of the episode was that nobody ever reads terms and conditions. And a lot of people don't read the terms and conditions to Coinbase. I was talking about this on the show 2-3 days ago in regards to insurance with Coinbase and how much you're actually insured for and how safe the platform actually is and what would happen if they went bankrupt. So this is more information. The Watchdog Group Tech Inquiry reported the new details about the 3-year contract with the US Department of Homeland Security. So the fact that Watchdog came out and put this out, it's not a very good look. Coinbase is one of the earliest crypto. How do I say this? I want good English for this. Coinbase and crypto. Coinbase is the bridge between normal people and crypto. And because they were the first real bridge to really establish themselves, they get the most heat. So if the Fed or if the SEC or if the US Homeland Securities, if they're going to talk to anyone, it's most likely going to be Coinbase first. All right, even before Binance. So Coinbase, they probably got their backs against the wall. And not only do they sell all of this stuff, but they have to do a lot more in the background. They work very closely with these people. And it's not just in the US, it's in the UK too. In fact, I would argue in the UK it's more. They work very closely with HMRC, So if you use Coinbase, be very, very careful. Guys, I'm just going to take a 2-second break. I'll be right back. Just give me a minute. I just got to blow my nose. These allergies are crazy. I will see you in just a minute. So that is Coinbase. Next on the list, we have, when I read this, I was laughing my eyes out when I read this. Oh my God, this was so funny. OneCoin founder, Ruja Ignatova, to be added to FBI's most wanted list. Bro, imagine you start working in cryptocurrency just to be... I got to read this one out. He's in the top 10. He's in the top 10 most wanted fugitives list on Thursday morning. The OneCoin founder was last seen in Athens in late 2017. So this guy's gone into hiding. This is just crazy news. According to a statement from the U.S. Attorney of the South District of New York, Ignatova allegedly, bros, allegedly, I didn't molest nobody, allegedly defrauded investors of more than 4 billion through the OneCoin cryptocurrency company. And we covered this a couple of weeks ago. It was in India. I think it was 1 trillion rupees. I think my bad. Sorry, she. Let me Google this girl 1 second. I thought this was a he. It's a she. It's a she. She don't even look nice. She not even nice. Her arm's bigger than mine, fam. Anyway. Well, yeah. Anyway, sorry. Moving along. So anyway, she's on the run. She's fucked. Like, I don't think she got away with 4 billion. You know, typically people like this, they don't actually get the money that they don't actually get the money that it's stating. and yeah, but anyway, look, moving on. I digress. So look at this question we've got here. Hi guys, we can already buy the Khaby NFT or not? So look, it's a partnership with Binance. It's something that they're going to be bringing out. I don't believe that it's on the market yet. I don't think they'd announce it anytime just yet. I don't think the Ronaldo ones are available to buy yet. It's something that will be coming in the future. I'm pretty sure that they're going to wait until the market gives us a bit more of a green momentum. We haven't really had a relief rally yet. You know, we haven't. Despite what anybody says, we haven't. So I think that they're going to wait till the market is a bit more green. Have you noticed? Look, I'll tell you another thing as well. Have you noticed that I haven't been talking about any real altcoins on this channel? Like, I haven't, in one episode, I haven't said, guys, we have this project that is coming out in a couple of weeks' time. This is what this project does. This is what this. Have you noticed I haven't done that yet? It's because the market has been dumping non-stop for the last 9 months. 9 months. So there's not going to be any projects or any sort of NFTs that are really launching. You know, they're going to wait until the market is a bit green. They're going to wait until the market is more stable, until we've got some goodness, my English is just not very good today. They're going to wait until there's some more sort of a happier consensus in the market. When all of us are looking to FOMO a little bit, which we don't do on this channel anyway. I'll prevent you guys from doing that hopefully soon. When we have a bit more green, that's when you're going to start seeing new projects launching, and we're going to see NFTs launching. And we'll talk about it on this channel because I've got a very good, healthy relationship with Maven Capital. They are a venture capital as well. And I'll be working closely with them to get more information on new projects that are launching and what could be good and what might not be. So that is a partnership that I'm yet to talk about on this channel. So in regards to the Khaby NFTs, not yet, no. All right. Next on the list, we've got crypto exchange at FTX close to buying BlockFi, but the CEO has denied it. So look, BlockFi has been something that we've been talking on this channel about for a while now. BlockFi, they received a $250 million grant from FTX in the last week or so. I think it might be a week and a half, but yep, in the last week or so. And that is pretty much the general consensus. FTX basically bailed them out because the market has been relentless. A lot of cryptocurrencies are failing at the moment, and price is just not rebounding. So, you know, one of the mistakes that a lot of projects made along with retail is they didn't really save up for a rainy day, should we say. They didn't really plan for the bear market, and they've lost a lot of money because of that, and they're looking for bailout. So Binance is looking to bail out around 100 projects. FTX is looking to bail out a few, and BlockFi is one of them. And it looks like now we're seeing rumors that FTX might actually want to buy BlockFi. So it's something to keep on top of. It's something to keep in mind, just because obviously if FTX do buy BlockFi, that is a fundamental driver for the next cycle. If BlockFi continues to go down in price, it's something that I might want to look at potentially buying at very low prices if somebody like SBF owns it. All right. SBF pretty much owns Solana, and we know what he did with that. SBF owns FTX, and we know what he did with that. FTM, we know what happened there. Sorry, not FTM, FTX, the coin itself. We know what happened there. So, buying BlockFi, it's something to write down somewhere on a piece of paper or on your whiteboard or whatever you've got at home that helps you sort of identify crypto trends. Something that I'd be looking into. So this is why we've got it on the channel. This is why we're talking about it. It's something that we might pay attention to in the near future. Moving along, a final piece of news before we wrap up the show, where we've done an hour now. El Salvador has bought 80 Bitcoins today at $19,000 each. It's not quite the same as MicroStrategy's very small $10 million buy, but it's more to do with the country adopting Bitcoin and how they're using it. Obviously, in El Salvador, you're not going to have people who own one Bitcoin. One Bitcoin is something that a lot of people don't actually own. Even I don't really own one Bitcoin at the moment. I'm waiting. I've got my stack ready to deploy. I was going to buy some today. Well, I was going to buy some Ethereum today, but I don't like how it's unfolding. So if you missed the TA part of the show, it's in the first 20 minutes. So make sure you tune into that. Otherwise, guys, as I've always said, thank you so much for showing the love and support that you guys do. The comments are just overwhelming. The support that we're getting from this channel is just unreal. And it's the community that we're building. We're all putting that effort in to build that community. Now, look, in 3 hours time, well, less, 2.5 hours. Is it 2.5 hours? In 2.5 hours time, I'm going to be going live with Trader XO. All right. Now, going live with Trader XO means that it's going to be potentially the best episode we've done on this channel. All right. Now, you guys definitely want to tune into that. It's going to be an awesome episode. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to the content if you're not doing already. And I will see you guys in 2.5 hours for a banging episode. Happy Friday to all of you. For those of you who can't make it anyway, happy Friday. And I'll see the rest of you at 4 p.m. today. Cheers.